Ustrasana, Camel pose. We will start from kneeling position. What's very important that you open the psoas muscle and you start to stretch the back bend from the knee area. So you're stretching the knee, the thighs, and pushing forward the psoas muscle. It's very important that you tuck in the tailbone and you elongate the sacrum area while keeping your core muscle strong to protect the lower abdomen. A few times you can slowly twist to the right and the left just to warm up the spine. And after a big inhale for exhale, grab one and the other heel. See your neck, that the neck shouldn't be like I show you in the video. The neck should be always long, back of the neck long, chin close to the sternum. See that your thighs remain perpendicular to the floor and you really narrow and engage your hip area. And when you are come out from the position, you never put strain on your lower back, you always come back with the help of your legs. Now I show you a modification. With modification, if you are really a beginner, then you can just leave your hands on your sacrum and just try to feel the sensation. Or you can grab two bricks and you can place your hands on the bricks. It's also modification if you flex your toes. When the toes are pointed, then it's difficult. Whenever the toes are flexed, then it's easier. And now I would like to show you a modification with bricks, which I do with all the beginners, as usually they cannot align well their hip area, and that's why they have lower back ache after back bends. Here, if you don't align your hip area, then the brick will fall out. Place the big brick to the lower side of your pubic bone and tuck under the tailbone and push your pubic bone inside the brick while doing the asana. You can grab your heel and flex with the toes. If you miss to align your hip area, then the brick will fall out. You can try it maybe 1 or 2 times. It's easier if first time you just stay with the hands on your sacrum, or again you can use 2 bricks and place your hands on the brick as well. I highly recommend you to do this modification with every beginner, because here they can learn how to align the hip well. And now let's continue with some more advanced variation. You stand approximately half meter apart from the wall with the wall behind you. Slowly raise your arms and place both hands on the walls, fingers looking towards the ground, and see that the 2 upper arms are parallel with each other, rotate towards each other. This version requires a higher core strength and also more consciousness in the pelvic and leg area. You can try with the brick between your inner thighs, and you can do either the traditional version where you touch your heels, or you can do the more advanced posture where you place your hands on the wall again. What's important, if you're trying this asana with the hands next to the ears, it's very important that the 2 upper arms are parallel and rotated inwards, otherwise you can have a shoulder pain. And now I would like to show you one leg camel variation, which you can do between your high lunge asanas, or you can grab a brick as well, or as you see previously, you can place both hands on the wall as well. So now I showed you the sequence how to start to practice and how can you improve the asanas step by step. Here it's also very important that you are very conscious about your feet, about your leg, and about the alignment of the hip. When you're releasing the posture, you should release it gracefully and always with the power of the leg and the hips. And lastly, a few other variations. If you wish, you can do camel pose with one hand, and it's very good stretching the fascia. Or what you can make a complete circle a few times to the right and a few times to the left. As you see in the video, my hip it's aligned through the process. It's in a neutral position, and the thighs are always remains perpendicular to the floor. Otherwise, you can have a lower backache. And lastly, on the video, I show you a really advanced position. This you should only attempt if your shoulders are very open and if your psoas muscles are very open. It's a little bit like a asana position. After back bends, it's always very good to release the lower back in child pose and also do some twisting because it's very good for the spine.